going to talk right now about a journey. We've been living for the last 6, maybe close to 7 years together.
7, that's right.
I think we're going to introduce ourselves. Alexandre, I think everyone
already
know
have done, but anyway, maybe I can redo it. So I'm Alexandre Barbier, and I am the container project manager in Airbus Helicopter, and I am in charge of the OpenShift enterprise platform.
And on my side, Jonathan Lilous, I'm CTO at Capgemini. I'm heading the practice around cloud-native infrastructure, meaning I'm focusing for the last 8 years on Kubernetes implementation. But this is not all true yourself.
No,
we have a second play,
not.
You know?
Not at all.
Not at all, you know. It's we are from the south, not from the same side of the south. You know, you could hear that with my accent. We don't, obviously, it doesn't have. We don't have the same.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. No.
Especially in English.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, first in Capgemini, we used to work, and for the last couple of years, on how you're going to embrace. We talk about microservices, about agile, about so on. I really like the talk from this morning. It's not so easy. I think when you would like to go on DevOps, when you would like to go on apps, on microservices, on automation side, everything is linked together. You have to embrace every part of your strategy and your approach and your platform, and that's why that's complexified a lot when we're doing migration. We used to do big migration, small migration, and it's really interesting to say what's the target you would like to go, how you're going to improve your platform, and to be sure everyone is aligned. The infrastructure ops guy, the DevOps team there is one, and the apps also, they know what they're going to do and how they're going to use it, as we saw this morning.
Yeah.
I really like this one from the KubeCon in Chicago, from Tim Hawking. If you don't know him, it's one of the founder of Kubernetes. In ops particularly, we've been working for the last, I've been working for 20 years now, for the last 20 years on stack to stack to stack to stack to stack, you know. Sometimes we integrate technology because we have to, and another time we integrate technology because we like the technology, you know. And this is a balance of our job. We don't going to do only the things we can't like. Sometimes we would like to do something we like, and we would like to integrate new stacks. And most of the time, we're not even sure what we're doing is great for the purpose of the user. We're not even sure we have to work this way, and particularly in the Kubernetes ecosystem, which is so huge, or open source in general, that's really difficult to work on really a single way, on a platform, a product platform side. And that's exactly how I think how the story starts on your side.
So on the Airbus Helicopter side, as you said, and we said already, we started this journey some years ago, so at least 7 years ago. And this initiative was launched initially to support the digitalization journey of the large company like Airbus Helicopter. But we also have to, I would say, embrace the level of agility that all the project has put in place already to deploy new services, to ease also the onboarding and the complete onboarding of our partner, ecosystem, and to, I would say, provide a set of services that could accelerate in terms of transformation for many services. But we have to take care, as usual, and as already said this morning, we have to be secure, but we have to, I would say, keep in mind that we have to ease the life of the developers, because the power is in the hand of the developers, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, we have to ease the life of the developers. So this is our job, to ease the life of the developers, to at least hide the technical complexity, to deploy new web application within the Airbus Helicopter infrastructure itself. And by this way, we have decided to use, and we will come back after on this later, the OpenShift cluster, the OpenShift technology, also to standardize at least the technical stacks for a better, I would say, management of the obsolescence of all the web applications that we have to deploy within Airbus Helicopter infrastructure. And one more last point, we are still a small team managing all of this, so we have to take care and we have to find the right solution, the right technical solution, helping us to move forward and to easily deploy such kind of service.
That's important because when we're talking about containers, it's time. When we're talking about things like that, we're talking about security. In fact, we're talking about stacks. This is really important to understand how we start, what we're going to automate, how we're going to focus ourselves, and how we're going to work as team. Because when you would like to implement an OpenShift platform as any open platform, you have to work with another people. You have to work with security people, ops people, infrastructure people. They're managing the data center, the network, and so on. It's really important not feeling like it's going to be an easy way. We have sometimes, if you take OpenShift, you could install that in 1 hour in your laptop, maybe. But in the real life, that's a long time discussion and so on, engagement and so on. And that's really important also just to clarify in your organization and your view what's the stack I'm going to focus on and what OpenShift is going to do, or Kubernetes, and what it's not going to do. And this is important also to organize yourself this way, because at the end of the day, we're going to be 24/7 as we are together. Yep. You have to support the production. You have to wake up on Saturday morning. You have to handle everything. And that's exactly you have in your mind when you're building a platform. It's not enjoying only yourself. It's to be able, as a normal IT guy, could handle some issue on your platform and not being a clever guy or smart or a fool guy really motivated.
That could be fun too.
Yeah,
smart,
fun.
by the way. But okay.
You start grey. Yeah. Remember? You start grey.
I remember.
Yeah.
Some years
and
ago.
I think
and we started with OpenShift 3.x. So
that's why.
3.11.
Maybe it's OpenShift. I think. Okay. And you started really badly because you started with Hyper-V.
Oh yes, yes.
And
we started with Hyper-V, with VM running on Hyper-V, so okay.
At this time, I was joining Capgemini, and I did some Kubernetes in my previous job. I started the first project. It's an OpenShift based on Hyper-V. I think it was challenging.
Maybe the first one and the last one. I don't know, but, to be honest, that was not the best experience. But anyway, that was a good experience, whatever happens, by the way, due to the fact that by using this kind of technology, which were already in place, that helped us, I would say, to speed up to deliver the OpenShift cluster, deliver the service, and delivering the, I would say, digital platform itself on such kind of technology. We have been aligned with the compliance and the security by design, because the cluster Hyper-V has been, I would say, well tagged as compliant with our security requirements. And that's let us, I would say, to quickly deploy an enterprise-grade Kubernetes cluster inside the information system of Airbus helicopter. By the way, with a complex infrastructure, because we had some, I would say, strong requirement in terms of security, complexifying basically the overall architecture. But we, by this way, I would say, show to the management, show to the business, show to our customers that such kind of technology could, I would say, help us to move on faster in the delivery of new services to our end users and external customers.
That was also extremely important for us because we were and we're still in charge of the infrastructure, we could say. And at this time, we weren't able to have all the skill set we need on the operation side. You have to skill, and I say, you have to scale your team, you have to process the thing, you have really to create documentation, hierarchy, and so on. This is not funny, but it's a big part of the engagement. And when we have an engagement together, we have to be true anyway, At the security, we have engagement, we have SLA in place, and that was really interesting to work and to grow together, I think, on this platform for all along the years.
So maybe we could just switch a little bit on the more detailed description of the platform itself that we are providing so far. So in this slide, so you have 3 or 4 main pillars, by the way. I will start by the right side, which is outside of the OpenShift cluster, so the IPM and the integration of the Web SSO and SSO solutions that we are basically providing on the shelf to all the projects that are onboarded on the platform itself. So they don't have anymore to deal with the integration of the Web SSO solution, which is, to be honest, sometimes really a nightmare in our kind of company, I would say. And we are providing, after on the left side of the slide, a set of tools for developers and helping the developers to interact with the, I would say, overall solutions that we are providing at least. Basically a Git, for sure, that's the basics. Some SonarCube capacity, Artifactory tools, but also a collaboration and instant messaging collaboration tool, helping people work together over a project. And also we are using the Mattermost collaboration tool to, I would say, popping up back the result of the pipelines that you can see on the slide on the left part. Also, that will be run automatically, build the solution, deploy the solution on the central zone, helping users just to start quickly to test the version and the last version of their application, and after easily deploy this application on production without, I would say, making a lot of process and to follow a lot of process, just by one click, deploying the new version on production. That's quite easy.
Yeah, and after a huge outbreak, I think we could say, remember this outbreak,
yeah,
where we have to rebuild everything.
Yeah.
As in the story, I think you went. Now you white. Obviously you white. You're not the same level of guy.
More or less, yes.
And because also the last version of OpenShift brings a lot of things really fun and really more mature, we could say, and reduce a lot the complexity. Because when you pure Kubernetes guys, the first time you implement OpenShift 3 was like, guys, why do we have so much machines? Why is it so complex? And I think really something in OpenShift 4 brings something new. I think, and we have to you embrace pretty quickly.
But basically, initially, we have also to manage the migration from the 3 version to the 4. Okay, that was another story. But anyway, it's not so easy to become white. Okay, but anyway, we are white now, and yes, the OpenShift 4 version is quite easy to deploy, quite easy to manage, especially for your team, which is in charge of the management and overall management of the infrastructure itself. We are still aligned with the compliance, and the security, and we are bare metal now oriented. So we are forgotten, the VM running on Hyper-V so far. That's fine, and we are ready also to deploy some multi-cluster environment due to the fact that we are using also on our side ACM, ACS solution, and we are moving so far a lot on the full GitOps approach, basically due to the fact that we have to go a step forward in terms of industrialization and for the delivery and the management of the obsolescence of all the stacks that we are deploying on this digital platform.
Today, we're seeing more and more. It's really interesting to see. We talked about edge computing, about 5G, IEML, and that's really interesting today. Kubernetes and OpenShift is the backbone. I think when I started 8 years ago, Kubernetes was a part. It was an innovation itself because that brings something new. We were capable about to build with the previous project like OpenStack. I've been for 20 years on the open source, and really Kubernetes was a relief because of the agility everything is going to bring. Now we're seeing more and more Kubernetes and OpenShift as a backbone of the innovation itself. If you're thinking about Gen AI with 5G, IEML, and so on, everything is containerized now because it's easier to manage and it's easier to integrate. And this is interesting because today with clients, we're seeing a strategic engagement based on OpenShift, but to really address their business case, not doing platforms or digital transformation, which is really important, but how we're going to change the organization leveraging those technology. And that's really, really interesting.
Yeah, so in terms of conclusion regarding this digital platform, so I think we are on time so far. What I said already, so we have, I would say, set up this digital platform to be as agile as the project are, due to the fact that at Airbus helicopter company level, the SAFe framework has been, I would say, deployed everywhere, and we have to be on the IT side as agile as all the projects are currently. We have also in mind, and what we really wanted to keep on our side is a full standardization of what we are delivering. That means that we are managing the pipeline as IT ops. We are I would say, providing the pipeline for the developers. We are not letting people doing what they want, reinvent the wheel each time they have a new need, okay? Now, we are standardizing it. For sure, we are not covering 100% of the expectation. Right, okay. But it's, for the moment, our level of analysis is based on 80% of the expectation are covered by what we are providing. We start small, basically on OpenShift 3, okay? Yeah. That was not so easy at the beginning, but that what I can see is by starting small, by providing such kind of view on this kind of technology smoothly to the end users, to the developers, to the project team, whatever it is, and the end users, by the way, at the end, we are able to, I would say, help customers to jump in this new mode, in the new technology and the new way to manage, I would say, application deployment and application management on such kind of technology. We have a full migration done on OpenShift 4 live since more than 2 years now, and all the pipelines that we started to develop initially on the OpenShift 3.11 version was based on Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins is a good tool, but sometimes it's quite not so easy to manage, and you have to learn Groovy, blah, 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 a specific language. So it was not so easy for us to also step in such kind of technology. But by the way, we have decided to, I would say, cut off the Jenkins pipelines and replace all the pipelines by the Tekton technology, which is, from our point of view, much more, I would say, agile in terms of management and easier for us to upgrade such kind of pipelines technology that we have to manage, as we are currently, just for information, running more than 100 applications on the cluster. For each application, you can imagine that we have an average of 5 services, so meaning 5 different pipelines. So at least currently we are managing 500 of pipelines, and we have to take care of the upgrade and the management of the obsolescence of this pipeline. And as we said, and as you said, so we are now, I would say, focusing on new service delivery. We already shared some of one this morning with the OpenShift AI solution. We are also embracing some 3D features and providing some services for AR, VR infrastructure. And we have in mind at least to extend the OpenShift and cluster platform to use and to provide virtualization, but also dev spaces, keeping in mind first that we are taking care of the developers, and just to help us to be more efficient when they have to deploy and to develop a new service for Airbus helicopter.
I think we're gonna rest of that. We have Damien here. I think maybe you could come.
Damien is part of the team.
We have Andre from the Red Hat side also. Maybe you could join also. Now we're gonna take a helicopter just side to this building. Yeah, we have the heliport just right now.
We have to go
but we would like just to because it's always a work of people and a team, and I think it's really important also. We've been working on that with Red Hat. We've been working on that with this guy also from Airbus helicopter also.
This guy, but we have still we have also 2 people in Marignan, okay, which are there to support the platform when we are
Patrick.
there.
Yeah. That's why thank you for this time and for this opportunity to talk and to share. And it's always a pleasure to move forward with client, with project, and to work as one, as team, and embracing open source. Now I think the helicopter is gonna start, I think, and we have to go. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.